I was gonna say, so is that so we don't record for like 4 hours?
No, it's because the camera can't record more than 12 minutes of video at a time, so whenever it hits 10, I get up and I stop and
Whenever
start
it hits
again.
10.
And that's why you had to do the nature. Yup,
It's
get
our quirk, right?
It's our fun little quirk.
Yeah, I got you
And
now.
I'm gonna get you to do another fun little quirk. Which
Oh,
is
you're gonna give me a
collapsing.
mic. Oh, mic. Oh.
Put your mic between your knees.
Yup.
And then we're gonna go. We're gonna count down, and then we're gonna clap. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
And that's the
Lovely.
clap. That's the clap.
That's the clap.
That was my first clap thing.
Yeah.
The W's fucked up now.
Oh, the W fucked up.
No.
No. Oh.
Well, now everything's ruined. And we gotta leave.
I've got to
and-
do it again. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fly
Goddamn.
back to Nelson.
Yeah, and then you gotta come back, and we gotta do this whole day
and my
again.
ears gotta pop all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna sing a Hotel Motel Holiday Inn again.
Yeah,
Except
and then
we
Hamilton
we
again
still
as
don't know the
well.
lyrics.
I still find this funny
That's just gonna
because
be fucked up now. It's gonna be fucked up and evil.
everything is fucked up.
What's the like? I know you guys both swear. What's the sort
We
of
can
like,
swear.
Beautiful.
We decided.
Because it's not like
Okay,
we're
now
gonna...
show this to the. Well, you show
I
this.
just need you to see that because that's.
Because we've been debating,
Oh.
because it's not like we're big enough to be monetized right now anyway.
If
So
we
the
get
swearing
fame-
in the first minute doesn't really matter for us
Yeah.
right now.
If we start to get high viewership, we'll put some censorships on ourselves.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
with YouTube is I think it's like the first minute or 5 minutes you can't swear, and then
Yeah.
the rest of the video is fair game. You can't say the C word
Yeah.
because
Well.
YouTube is American.
Well, we've had that conversation, you
Yeah.
know, and so,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
So-
that's easy for me.
So
but
hi
yeah.
viewers, we'll show you this cushion and then we'll get rid of it.
I like you put it in front of his face.
Yeah, in front of my face. You don't need to. You don't
we'll
need to
show
know
you
who I am.
this cushion.
No, just-
I'm actually gonna be censored. I don't want my face being
Just
shown. No,
back
no,
me.
no.
Well, hey. Well, hey, one of our future guests is like, I don't want to be on camera, so I was like, I'll get you a dream mask, and she was like, sick. So I was like, cool. That's what we're doing
no.
for her.
So if you guess is wearing a dream mask. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we should formally introduce you.
Yeah.
This
Hi.
is to the viewers. This will look weird. We have a guest on
We
the
have a
podcast.
guest. We have a third person here.
And the guest's going in the middle because I like when they do that. I like when we can like interrogate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you know, first time I've been at your house. What this is actually like, I think, be like the 4th time I've met you in person actually, and I'm just on your podcast.
Is it the third?
It's third.
No,
Third
'cause-
even.
no,
'cause
'cause-
it's
Birthday
two
party,
birthdays?
2 D&Ds.
yeah,
Oh, D&D.
Yeah.
So this is the 4th time.
yeah.
So this is
But
Carter.
this is
Hi.
Carter.
Never
Hey.
said his name.
So
You
Yeah.
saw the thing of like my name on the pillow, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess we should. So
Carter is a homie of mine
Yeah.
first.
I wasn't gonna try and claim shit.
And we met, well, at work, no. We met a little, 2 years ago now, 23.
Yeah, it was
We met
2023.
2023 on a sailing trip.
God, it's been 2 years.
On a
Ooh.
gay ass little sailing trip, and
Gay-ass
then
little boat.
we stayed in contact. We stayed tight, so tight that he's the first guest on our podcast.
Yeah.
So
And-
I'm not going to take credit, but I remember you guys have been talking about this podcast for so long. And then it was a case of, fuck, Carter's coming up in December. We've got to get this shit off the
yeah,
ground.
literally, we were like, we
So
gotta get it off the ground.
I'm the reason this is actually happening now, chat.
We were like, we got to get it off the ground. We got to have an episode or 2 filmed so that
It
he can
was-
be like a guest
Yeah.
on there and it not
Yeah.
be one of our first episodes.
yeah.
And it was also like it makes sense for you to be the first guest because so Carter was in our D&D group and that's when I started to know Carter, and Lucas had already talked about Carter because I am as a close
You've been
friend
mentioned.
as a close friend of Lucas, I'm aware of Lucas's close friend circle. It's just how the dynamic works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, yeah, get to meet Carter, and I remember like within the first like few sessions I was like, Carter's mate. Sorry to the people in this.
We have just soft banned everyone in the party from seeing.
I remember saying like, I really fuck with Carter. Like Carter's.
I remember you saying that to me. And
I
think
was
told
going
you.
through our Discord messages last night because I was trying to find something, or it's like our media stuff,
Yeah.
and I found that
The screen recording or the screenshot?
No, the screen recording.
yeah.
It was a voice message.
Because CK loves voice messages.
Yeah.
A guy who has a podcast loves voice messages.
It's shocking, right?
But we so then we were doing D&D together, and then over the last year, because I met Carla last year, middle
my
of the
birthday.
year,
Yeah, it was
Party.
18th.
and what was I saying?
Did I just dox your age, or am I?
No, we mentioned it in
Cool.
like the first episode.
Cool. I have no context on what I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, as of
Yes.
recording this, the first 2 episodes aren't even out.
Yeah.
So
You've really given me so... I don't get brief enough.
So
we just stay away from name dropping places we go often, like work and stuff.
Yeah,
like
cool.
So we would say, we say our merch
places we
job,
live.
and
Yeah.
I say my burger job.
Yeah.
And like I live over the
job.
bridge, but that's
That's it.
That's as far as we
Lucas lives at... No, I'm joking. That's my...
full address.
We, have you ever...
I know, I'm
Yeah.
editing it, so you're just making my life
Oh,
hell
yeah,
here.
no, exactly, I know
We
that.
don't.
But
We
no,
don't
I'm-
have an evil editor that will dox us on purpose.
No, well, I do that because, have you mentioned that, like, D&D is live streamed?
No, yeah, D&D, my D&D is live stream.
His D&D is live stream, and every time he says, "Okay, chat, we're live, don't dox me," I go loudly as possible, and I go as close to my mic as possible, and go, "Lucas lives at..."
And then every single time we hop off stream, they all, like, basically, almost all of them say my address.
Yeah.
So if there's one day where I don't end stream, I'm fucked, basically.
No, because I
It's a
was
good
like...
thing it's a good thing we aren't famous.
No.
It's a great thing we are
The amount of times
famous.
I will, like, if I actually say an address on stream, I usually make up a fake one.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was one time where I was about to say someone, like, I cannot remember whose address it was. It was just someone I know's address.
Mhm.
At least it was. Can I mention where I live? Because no one gives.
Yeah.
Like, it was someone in Nelson. So no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Which is
okay.
why I also don't care about saying where I live, because no one gives a fuck.
You're like we live in Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Like, you know,
specified that.
city,
Yeah,
city
but,
suburbs.
You know,
suburbs.
like,
Yeah.
how big is Auckland compared to Nelson?
Yeah, real.
Like, you get it. There's
Yeah.
like, have never met another Carter in Nelson.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
That's so
Pretty
interesting.
good.
You want to know? I share a story of how I got my name.
Mm-hmm.
I stole it from a guy I went to primary school with.
Hell yeah.
But
Honestly, that's
I
how
was
you
gonna say,
gotta
but there's
do
no other
it.
cars in Nelson. Auckland.
Yeah, I'm
Auckland.
from Auckland. I'm a
Yeah.
Jaffa.
You can dox your ex suburb because you don't live there anymore. If you wanted.
It's
I'm not
also-
saying you should.
It's
But I'm
also
just-
middle of nowhere. It was Papakura.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs Kura. No,
But we aren't allowed to have any suburb loyalty on the pod because we can't dox our suburbs.
Yeah, I know. We had this idea. A little bit ago we did a suburbs tier list. Do you know about
Yeah,
this? 'Cause
yeah,
we
I
ranked
know.
Papakura really
because he
low.
ranked Papakura F.
We did make an F tier because we'd
Were
never
you
really
part of
been
that
there.
one?
It was me, Lucas, and Edie.
Yeah. Who's gonna be the second guest?
Oh, and so
hopefully.
none of you have been out to Papakura.
But then,
and
like 2 weeks later, I spent
Yeah,
like a
and then-
week in Kura, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this place is kind of great,"
Yeah.
and I moved it up to like
yeah,
C
so
tier.
it was up to C tier.
Yeah.
And then next time, because I am going to be coming up for my birthday next year, like probably before or after you come down. But I'll take you out to Kura and I'll show you my hometown and such. Yeah.
Sucks that I think Stampede's closing down.
I thought you sent
'Cause
me
I sent you
something.
that.
I know it's been closing down for like last 8 years or some shit.
Yeah,
Like it was
real.
closing
but
down
it
before
feels like
I
it's
moved.
finally like the time.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it was Great South, the
Yeah.
music artist that we saw open for the Beths. He
Yeah.
posted about it because I think he's probably from there.
Yeah.
Stampede's like a Western themed bar.
I
in
think
Kura.
It's
something
got-
there. I was
it
like,
was-
I wonder what Stampede is.
yeah.
It's actually very high fancy, you know, like it's, you know, cocktail
Stampede?
hour. Yeah, it's
Seriously,
French.
you
It's
should
French,
Stampede.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's, I used to
Stampede
love it.
is a brand of sparkling water as far as I
Oh, yeah, it does sound like it.
But
And
I used to love that place where I like would always beg my parents to go there, and then but like it was so shit. It was so shit. But I was a small
it's
child,
the
so I didn't- it's the
vibes.
vibes. I'd love sitting at like there was like a little bar and it had like saddles for the seats. It was so cool.
crazy.
Yeah, no, it was great.
That was great because I was an extra on a short film that was filmed there, so I spent like 3 days there for like 18 hours a day or something crazy. So I was like, this is crazy. We were just talking about this place, and then But then, yeah, and we were like, oh, we can't do the tier list on the pod because most of our reasoning was like, oh, I live here and I hate it, or you live here and I hate it because you live here and it sucks.
None of us
So-
said that.
You literally said that about my suburb. You literally said that about my suburb.
Your suburb's so nice.
That's what I'm saying. Sika doesn't like it, though. They find it hard to
Why?
navigate around.
like it. I've been.
That was Edie.
Oh,
Wasn't me,
right.
that was Edie. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
did
makes
I
sense.
say that?
That makes sense.
You know what's
That's
funny?
crazy.
I
The
like
amount of
Lucas's suburb. I like the dairy. It's a great dairy.
It's so close.
Without doxing you and such, I remember like one time I came like this was in April. I came to your house from town, and you were like, "Oh, you've already," and like this was before I actually came up. You like I'd organized how I was getting like the bus routes and everything, and you were like so like
Yeah,
shocked that I could actually manage it. And it's a case of The fuck do you mean?
My
Your
friends,
suburb is also so easy to like navigate. Like I fully walked from the bus stop, like the main bus stop, to your house. It's a
Yeah.
20-minute walk.
most of my friends are just abysmal with public transport. Like, it's literally, like, I'll be out with a friend and they'll be like, you're getting us around, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting us around. Like, yeah, I understand.
It's pretty good. Like I remember me and Forrest in high school, like I referred to Forrest lovingly for a while as just being really liking buses. He's just gotten on buses and travelled out to different suburbs just for the fun of being on a bus and going to that suburb.
For the love
so
of the game.
real for that.
And it's like I love that, and I didn't do that because I just didn't have the whimsy for it. But like, so even though I do have my thing, I don't love transferring on public transport. I'm not anti it, but I'm like, if I can get somewhere in one bus and some walking, I'd rather do that than transfer a bus in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite because I hate walking.
Yeah, fair. But I also think like sometimes the bus transfers are just so dumb. But when I'm going somewhere like your house, I do have to get on 3 buses to get there.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I could get a train, you know, like.
Yeah,
I could
even
spice it up.
going to high school still on the shore, it was like 3 buses for me, which sucks, but it was, worth
But
it.
if it's a long journey like it is for me to get to yours,
Yeah.
I can fuck with it because I'm like, this is a mission. I like a mission.
Quest.
This is a quest. This is a
Yeah.
mission. What was I gonna say? Something about something. Look, we went sidetracked and I'm looping back.
Well, I want to loop back to public transports after this.
Yeah.
Because I promised him I was going to say something. So
You say your public transport thing first.
No,
Go.
no, we should move on.
no.
This kind of. We'll just circle back to this.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Okay, so I was gonna say that
Fuck.
I really liked Carter from D&D, but very quickly over the course of the year,
You started hating the guy. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
I was like, fuck, Lucas, we really have to have this guy as the first guest in our podcast. No. But it was once we started doing the podcast, Carter was one of the people we talked about the most because me and Lucas
Yeah.
exist in a voice call with Carter a lot.
Yeah.
And therefore,
To
Carter
him,
is
like, a lot.
has been very subjected mutually to. We have great group conversations. We also have several like da-da-da work, da-da-da work, da-da-da thing we do, da-da-da thing we do. And we're like,
I know
Carter,
too much about the place you work.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's still
There'll be like periods.
Carter will know things you'll never know. You know?
There'll be periods of time on call where it'll be me and CK talking for like 10 minutes and Carter's also just there. And I feel really bad every time, but it's like,
Yeah, but then I'll go on like a 10-minute bitch session about like something that's happened at work, and neither of you work there, so it's just like
Yeah.
me bitching about horses.
No solidarity at all.
But
Yeah. Horses
also,
are
like,
fun, though.
where is I going with this?
Bitching
We
about
call for
work.
like 8 hours, so 10 minutes of us talking about our job is not gonna like. It's not gonna ruin the flow too much.
Yeah, we've
It's
had
just the
at
balance,
least
the ebb and
we've
flow.
had 2 5 a.m. calls, which is really bad, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's great, cause I guess I don't know when people like when you're hanging out with someone in person. Like I've been up to I think it was 6 with you and a 12.
Yeah.
And it was
6
like
a.m.
and
Oh,
like
my
you were
birthday?
up to
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 with us, but we set up an extra like 2 hours.
And then we got up at 8.
Then we got up at 8 for D&D.
For D&D, yeah.
And that was my 3rd time seeing Carter in person, guys. But
Kid.
what was I saying? Oh, when it's like that feels like a thing. Like when you're up and you're like, it's getting late. We're up late. Whereas when you're like in your own room alone on a device,
It just doesn't
and your
feel
call doesn't feel like that significant. Like it's like, oh, it's 3:30. We should hop off at 4. But it's 4:30. The time goes by differently than when you're
Yeah.
in person sitting together, realizing that it's now the morning. Whereas like
Yeah.
we all have Carter's pretty good. We have atrocious sleep schedules. Like
Yeah.
really bad.
You want to know why mine's good?
Because
'cause he
you
has
have
to
to get
get
up
up.
so early.
Yeah, I get up at 5 for work, and
yeah.
it's literally my boss will also like I think it is like if I didn't work the job that I have, like literally I'm doing my certificate, and one of the modules I actually had to do was about like eating healthy, good sleep schedule, all of that shit. It was so bullshit. It was worth 10 NTA credits.
That's
It was bullshit. But yeah, I had to do that, and it's also I'm kind of aware that if I'm so sleep deprived, I will die. So, and that's not just me being like, oh, like sleep is important. Such sleep is important, but it's
Guys,
just need to put
sleep-
that disclaimer
sleep-
in there.
Yeah,
But it
disclaimer,
is
yeah.
also like
for the
I'm
children, sleep is
sleep for the children. Sleep is
I hope
important.
there's no
But it's
kids.
also like I'm in an industry where it's a case of one wrong move can I could die.
Yeah.
So like I think that's kind of my thing. That being said, in the same breath, yeah, multiple times we'll be on call, like Luke will just be like, Carter, you've got work in the morning. And I'm like, fuck up, Lucas.
One time, because that 5 a.m. call, it was like, I kept saying, I was like, Carter, like, what do you do in a scenario like this? Like, you meant to get up now. Like,
because I'm not going to tell him to go to bed, but I will hint that, like, hey, you got work in the morning. What are we doing about this?
There's a long-standing thing we have about, like, I guess respect with peers and people that are your age. You don't tell someone older than you to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a full year on you guys. Like, no.
Hey. Why had someone, a mutual, said that I look 17 the other day?
Was that a good thing or an annoying thing?
No, they were like, how old are you? You look like you're 17.
I'll
tell you
People constantly think I'm older than I am. I think it's just because I work in the jobs that I do.
No, you could possibly be like 23.
Dude, someone once, the youth group I run, which makes sense because I'm running a youth group, someone was like, you're like 22, right? And I'm like, no, I was 17 at the time. So
I was about to say, I'll be the youth group.
Yeah.
You also do consistently...
To be a facilitator of a youth group is something that you considered maybe you're not youth.
Yeah, but it's like, even when I'm like stage managing or stuff.
Yeah. I think that, like, it's interesting also with the way you, with you and with uni... And so you're like, you are, and friend groups, and your friend groups being like constantly like a bit of a year older than you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the life of the game.
Yeah, because I think if I wasn't like so good at like remembering like people's ages and birthdays, I probably would like forget that you're a full year younger than me.
Yeah, real.
But like, because like we're in very similar life stages. Because you like went to uni
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
Guess who's going to uni next year, guys?
Hell, I'm going to be studying again next year. I'm doing another certificate.
I'm the only one who's fucking around doing nothing. I might get a youth work qualification. We'll see where life takes me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that one, but then the certificate I was talking to you about, Nelson, not doing it anymore. And I'm like, why?
Wait, like they're not doing it like period?
It just doesn't exist anymore.
So
and I'm like,
dumb.
it was I'm going to talk about this. It was Volunteer Nelson ran it was a whole like leadership, like youth leaders thing. And it was so cool. I was supposed to do it and then fucking COVID happened. And I'm like, I would have had my youth workers qualification by now. I would have been 17 and had my youth workers qualification.
Yeah, like I'm technically qualified. I just don't have the piece of paper to say that I am. And I would like that.
Yeah.
Because it would be
like
nice and open up a lot of jobs for me.
It really would. And this is just funny. I liked like 5 minutes ago when I mentioned kids and you were like, they better not be kids, and I'm like, this podcast is about.
It just feels weird if kids are watching this podcast.
They shouldn't be. It should be the future parents of kids.
It's for the parents.
It's the future
parents.
parents. You know what's crazy is imagining actual real life parents watching our podcast, like someone with a 2-year-old, and we're like, I don't think you should do this.
Well, I have a homie who is our age and just had a kid, so
true. And like,
well, like kind of homie, like mutual, but like I know them through a friend.
I
who I
should
don't
say
really
an
talk
Edie's
to
friend,
anymore.
but would Edie's friend watch our podcast?
No, she's like Christian as heck. No.
Yeah. I doubt it.
Well, that explains. Sorry, that's so. But multiple of my friends have kids. It's fucked. That's kind of comes with quirks of being poor area, and then poor area, and then very like religious area. So
yeah. Well, the man I'm talking about was from Hamilton. So
yeah,
here we go.
I reckon. What's the time? I reckon we should. Should we broach the question now?
I was
feel
gonna say,
we
do you want to
have
ask me a question? I
Okay,
felt
so-
like it.
Okay.
is this my essay question that I have been...
That you've been
This is
prepared on.
and you have to get your topic sentence correct and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You got a hook?
Yeah.
So like we mentioned this in the debrief episode in the pilot
In the
in the podcast pilot.
Yeah.
We talked about what we want to do with guests.
On the pod?
On the pod. Fuck. It's like I still keep seeing Carter, and I'm like, Carter's actually here and real. Carter's here.
Yeah, I know. I've been with the guy for the last 2 hours, so it's sort of
Yeah,
normal
you
to me
like
now.
they had me before you.
Look at your face. I keep staring at your piercings because they just look more real, but they are more real because they're not.
Because they're in real life.
I forget that I have all my piercings when I met you. That just seems insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget that you've like slowly had less piercings as I've known. Wait, no.
No,
I'm going crazy.
No, I haven't. I'm
Slowly.
going at 7.
For some reason, I imagined you with an eyebrow piercing when I first met you. I don't know why.
Do you think I'd say
Let me
that?
see your
I think
face.
you would.
Yeah, you should get an eyebrow piercing. You could honestly, not many people I think could pull it off.
Really?
I think a lot of people pull off eyebrow piercings.
No, you could pull off a double eyebrow piercing.
Ooh.
I think on one
Yeah,
side.
I get it.
Which side now? This is like which side would I
Well,
get
do
it
you
on?
you have symmetrical nose piercings, right?
Yes.
Would you ever get a lip piercing?
I thought about it.
If you
Every
were-
gay,
if you-
every gay type
you-
emo person.
But
thought
if you were
about
to
it,
get
let's be
lip
for real.
piercings, would you get on one side or both? Would you get symmetrical?
Since I was 4 years old,
Or in
I
the
wanted
middle.
snake bites.
Oh,
when
of
a snake
course.
bites.
Yep.
If you get snake bites, I think you have to get.
What's symmetrical?
So- But
No, I
no,
disagree.
I
No,
disagree. I
yeah.
actually changed my mind.
I think it would be weird if you had like
Yeah.
three
Completely.
symmetrical.
Yeah.
I think if your nose is symmetrical, you get snake bites, and then I think just on your left, just
That's
to,
okay. Good. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, left
Yeah.
too. I fucked up my microphone for that explanation, but we'll get back to it. Okay, I need to ask you the question.
Yeah, sorry.
We need to start actually talking about like the point of this podcast. I like that you mentioned you had a hole in your sock, and Carter also does. So.
I wear these to dance, so. No,
It's on both.
Oh damn.
I have no holes in my socks. Chat. Okay.
Wearing socks.
So
On socks.
this podcast is about
Who raised?
who raised you. So our hypothetical child,
Me and CK.
me and CK's hypothetical
Mhm.
child,
We have a child
We
together,
have a child.
hypothetically.
ideally two, but not ideally. Just we probably will have two. Fuck me.
The child? sorry.
Got to come into the world somehow.
The stalk system, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, Carter. How would you make a child's life better?
Right, so I kind of
You
vaguely.
you're spring loaded. You knew exactly what you
Yeah,
That's how
I.
we prepare our game.
Yeah,
For context,
I-
on call, there's been like twice in the last month where Carter started saying something. We're like, no,
I know.
no,
Save
Shut
the
up.
pod.
save the
pod.
pod.
So
'Cause we're
I already
booked in.
soft launched that I work with horses, right? And I grew up with horses. I grew up in Papakura with horses. Loved it. Made me a lot of, made me who I am today. And I've seen a video like multiple times now where it's a case of don't get your child an iPad, get them a horse. It will give them
Oh,
so much
no.
character development. I'm gonna put your child I'm not gonna get you guys a horse
Oh
because
my
like that's
God.
gonna yeah
Look at
no I'm
that,
not
look
getting
at
it. That
it.
is so much responsibility. But I'm gonna give your child the opportunity to like grow up around horses and such because like. You guys have heard me talk about these horses so much, and I think there's a small child. He's 4, turning 5 next year. He's going to
Can I
school.
put some images of them up on the
Yes,
screen as
I
we're
will
talking?
send you good
Yes.
images of these horses.
Nice.
But these there's a small child there. He's 4 years old, turning 5 next year.
Yeah.
And he is such a character, and he's learnt so many watching him grow as well over the year. He's has so much empathy towards animals, and he has a good logical reasoning and knows what is safe. He also knows he knows there's 10 horses. He knows the individual personality of each of them. He'll be he goes to kindy and he will make
That's
the
so
RDA.
cute.
And
That's
he goes this is Tessie. Tessie's grumpy, or this is Lily, and and he'll he knows each of them. He knows which ones are safe to be around. He knows all the safe handling skills and all that sort of stuff. And it's just sort of. Unfortunately, common sense, which is very rare these days for some people. But yeah, so I
You know,
think that's
children have great common sense when they're educated
yeah.
by people who also have common sense.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's surprising, but yeah, no. So, and it's also what kids don't like horses, So
Yeah, so true. I did horse riding for a very little amount because my sister was very into horses when
Your
we were
sister was
younger.
a horse girl?
And she still kind of is. Yeah, she was a heavy horse girl for a bit, but it stopped because we couldn't keep up with it
Yeah.
because we couldn't purchase a horse ourselves and stuff.
Yeah.
So I did horse riding for a little bit, and I was terrified of it, but I got better.
In intermediate, my friend Ruby had horses. Odie? Like
the dog
Look.
from Garfield.
no, like OT, OAT.
The thing you feed
oats.
horses.
Okay,
Like
that's
OT?
really funny.
And there was another horse. Ruby was a twin, so both of them owned a horse, and they
the
moved.
horses
What you mean the
twins.
horse was a twin?
I was gonna say with the horse.
I was like, that's so dangerous. That's how you.
That's it.
Yes, because so the gestation period of a horse is nearly a year, and you think about how
Yeah.
big they get, because also the way they're the way reason.
When you
I'm
see
gonna have
it,
to
when you see it, is a baby horse a foal or is that a deer?
No, it's
a
foal.
Foal. When you see the size of a foal and you see the size of a horse, every time I see it, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
so true.
they're when they're born, their legs are at I believe 80% of the height that they will be when they're fully grown.
Oh.
Their bones don't solidify until they're 7. Yeah, big creatures.
Like years old.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. So the new horse we've got, Teddy, he's tiny, but he's only just fully matured and such. And then there was another factor, but
Oh.
they've also they've got such weird things on their hooves, so that they don't they're also legs are attached when they're born, and that's why they have the chestnuts. I'm gonna have to provide
Attached
so
to
many
what?
attached to their
Yeah,
themselves.
there's no joint really.
Well, no,
Is that
it's
what you
like there's. So I'm gonna have to go back home and take a photo of these chestnuts to send to you guys, just so you know what I'm talking about, but also the viewers at home. But essentially, the way I'm trying to hold the microphone and do it.
Do you want me to?
Yeah. So essentially, there's like a chestnut. Where is it? It's there. And on both sides, so I've seen a foal be born before. I should remember this, but essentially they're like connected like that.
Oh,
yeah. So they don't essentially kill the mother when they're born.
Oh, that's
Because it's got very sharp hooves.
Are like all rabbits technically twins because they have such big litters?
Octuplets.
Well, they're not twins.
Well, like yeah,
But like multiples.
yeah,
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, and dogs and cats.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what I was thinking about.
So yeah, Ruby was a twin, not the horse. That would be crazy. And they used to live in like suburb near my intermediate, one of the close ones. And like in an intermediate, they'd been there for long enough that they moved out. Like I don't know where they moved, but it was like 40 minutes out of standard Auckland, and they were catching like early buses and stuff. This was at the very end of intermediate, but they had land and they could finally like have their horses on their own land.
Nice.
I'm gonna need you to ask. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to tell me like their surname afterwards, because I'm gonna be. I'll laugh if I know this person.
Okay.
Auckland's tiny.
It's tiny.
And they.
Well, 40 minutes from here as well.
Yeah. Sure.
What am I saying?
Twins, horses.
Oh,
move.
yeah. There was like one time we went on we had a sleepover out on their land, and we like had this like we went out, walked like several paddocks over where it was like it was empty and it was theirs, and we like set up a fire and we cooked marshmallows and stuff. And in the morning we woke up and they just like we all just did horse riding like down the driveway and back. And like just the internal piece of it as well, to just like I'm explaining like how to microwave some microwave popcorn to a guy who grows corn, you know, like this
You know what's really funny?
Analogy?
I can't ride. I cannot ride horses.
I did not know that. I mean, I think I like must have known that, but I didn't like know that.
Yeah, no. I went for a horse ride last Monday. Was supposed to go this Monday, but I had appointments and such. And it was funny because I've spoken about Monkey to you guys, but Monkey is a silly little guy. Has so much trauma, probably. Doesn't exactly like paint, which is I will provide images. But what you need to know for this
audio
is
listeners, fuck you.
yeah, audio listeners, fuck that. Google it. No, where was I?
That's gonna suck for me later.
It's like a collapsing.
Yeah. Oh, where the fuck was I? So, but like, what you need to know for the time being is that Monkey doesn't like Scooby. Scooby's pain. And there was 3 of us. I'm on the road. Monkey can be very unpredictable. Monkey, well, I can't go into details about it for obvious reasons. But the incident I spoke about like a month or a couple months ago, it was that incident that was with Monkey. So I'm sitting on him. Outside of that incident, Monkey has like reared up at me. He's like 6 centimeters shorter than me at the withers. So when he rears up, he's like bloody tall. He's done all sorts of shit to me, and I'm like, I don't care, man. And then like I can handle it. I'm sitting on him, and I'm like, monkey, like just stay on the road, just
lock
down
in,
the
bro.
road.
Lock in.
Lock the fuck in. There is Scooby at the front, Johnny in the middle. Johnny is just for any horse people at home listening to this somehow, Clydesdale Arabian, which means nothing to you guys. It's an insane mix. And yes, Johnny's just super cool. His name's Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I love that about him. Yeah, Johnny's super chill. He's in the middle, and then it's me and Monkey. We at one point were doing side steps down the road.
Okay.
And then he was doing side. He was crip walking on the footpath.
Fuck yeah.
And then and as he's doing that, he wiped me out in the trees. I didn't fall off, but I was like, I ate trees and with leaves in my mouth.
He was feeding you.
He was feeding me.
This is totally unrelated. I do a paper run, and I don't know what it is, but the last like 2 paper runs, there's like there's 3 trees that have just grown slightly like lower in the last like month, and I've hit my head on all 3 of them both the last like 3 weeks, and I've been like every time I walk past I'm like, God, and I pull a leaf out of my hair. And I'm like, what the hell? And I talk to Forrest, I'm like, there's a leaf in my hair.
Yeah, there's getting
Not
off
enough, but,
getting off the off ramp to come to yours, not the one we took today,
Yeah.
but the one that I take for quiz. there's these like overgrown hedges, and sometimes the traffic will really back up on the turning lane, and there are these overgrown ass bushes. And so if you're far enough back in the queue, you're just kind of sitting in a bush in your fucking car. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm here. I'm in a bush now.
Yeah, I love the bush.
But yeah, I think
I
think-
love
Do you
the
guys
bush.
bitch to council about it as well, or is that just like a
I should do that.
bitch
I
to
should
council
bitch to
about it?
council
That's what I've
about
been.
it.
That's been my job for
Well,
last week.
technically there isn't. The turning lane technically doesn't extend that far. We're just on the shoulder of the road. But
Still bitch to
So-
council. Moral of the story: bitch to council.
yeah,
If
have
you've
to
got a
listen
problem,
to you.
bitch to, like, because we're not
Yes.
allowed to trim the hedge like down our road. I don't know if I've taken you up that way, but again, like I've definitely sent you guys like videos of it separately. But like we've got a road that kind of goes along our hill. We're not allowed to trim it at all because if we do, then the council's just never going to touch it again. Be like, oh, a member of the public will do it. Fuck you, Nelson State Council.
You guys can see this in the camera, can't? And I'm not going to show it to them. But in our like that garden, like the bush that's there, that's council land. So like there's a area that's not that neighbor, not the one over there, and not ours. And there have been stuff before where there's this massive big dead tree over there that like you can't see now, but we've like gone should get it like. But there's issues. It's like we could get the council to do it and like for free, but if we tell the council about that, they're gonna gut it, and we're not gonna have bush. Just like we have native bush like right outside our house.
Yeah.
So we're just like if we need to get something cut down, we're gonna hire someone privately because we don't want the council to know that land exists because
Yeah.
it's our precious little secret.
It's your little secret grove.
It's a little secret grove.
I think going back to the horse thing, I think any excuse to force a child to go outside, especially in
Yeah.
the time that we would hypothetically be raising this
Yeah.
child, is a good thing.
I was gonna say like just a way of contextualizing it more specifically. Your pitch is that in our lives, Uncle Carter lives on land with horses, and our kids go over to be with Uncle Carter and hang out with the horses.
Oh yeah,
Would
no.
you babysit our kids?
Yeah, I 100% babysit your kid. Like, also, as they grow up, because if I get it, like, again, working with this small child, it's a case of you raise that kid to do hard, because that's another thing, hard labor. It is actually such a...
Carter, what are you gonna do to make her life child labor? Hard labor.
No,
Carter wants to beat our child.
Like, yeah, I'm taking the piss, but then also, like, like taking the piss to an extent, but I grew up on a farm. I was given I had a tiny wheelbarrow. I took mum had her wheelbarrow, and then and we'd go for the sawdust. I'd be pushing my little wheelbarrow and such.
Chores.
Yeah,
I think are an
exactly.
important
Chores.
part of
I
a
would
child's-
pay them.
Physical health.
Exactly.
Pay them.
And exactly. I would pay them. That's their first job. They can put it on their CV. I'm setting them up for life. It's great.
We reference paid them because last week's conversation was at least 25 minutes about if we in our business that we own together, hypothetical business with our hypothetical child, what would
if
we
the child wanted to work, would we
would be
do
reserve
Yeah.
money or would we just pay them fully? And so we're discussing that. We won't do it again because we discussed it last
Yeah.
time. But okay. Also, I jumped the gun. Would you be Uncle Carter to our child, or would you want to be? Would you want to be something else?
I'd
You
be-
can choose your own fun name.
I'll be Uncle Carter.
You would want to be Kaka.
No.
What would he? I don't
No.
think he would.
Seaman is bad enough.
It's a good one though.
Didn't
You don't be
realize
Sea Dog.
Your hypothetical child of 3 years old comes in, Seaman. You brought this on yourself,
Oh,
man.
I did. It was all my fault.
I reckon I'm just gonna slowly just instill in them that you're Caster, and then they can it's go say you can be no.
They're
No,
gonna
you
think
should
that
finish
their
this.
friends at school's gonna think I'm a fucking wizard.
you know
Or like the sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that's what I'm saying. The sugar, it's like when people say, "Give me some sugar." It's like from a cartoon. It's like in referring to a hug or a kiss from someone. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
give me
yeah.
some sugar. And I was like, can't say this because it's a child, but I'm like, I say, Uncle Costa, give me some sugar. It's really obvious that I am raised by an English father when I say Caster instead of Caster.
Yeah, because I
I
say
I think it's also Kiwi. I would never say Caster.
See, that's
No,
funny.
but it's
I
just
say
the way
Caster, but
you say Caster, but I say I say it
well,
I would say
okay.
Caster.
In reference to my nickname, because on context on Discord, I have Caster as my nickname, but that's because it's after the star, not the sugar.
But I just think of the sugar literally
Yeah.
exclusive.
If I'm thinking of sugar, it's caster sugar.
Yeah, it's caster sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discord has made it so that in DMs you can do nicknames now. So I
Yeah.
just have you set as Carter.
Yeah, fair.
Really?
I have our mutual friend Soot. Their nickname or their thing on Discord is their name in lowercase, and I did just to piss them
You
off.
capitalized
Yes.
it? Dude, that's so smart. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that
I thought you were
now.
gonna say you've done that. I'm like,
No,
I
you're
did
the
that.
only one who I've... You and Iz's are the only ones that I've changed.
Ah,
Yeah.
I feel like I should feel privileged. Yeah.
On Instagram, it used to, because Instagram's fucking meta, linked with Facebook. I have a long-standing beef with this. It thinks that what am I even fucking saying? It thinks that it doesn't let you change. It doesn't let you have a first name only. You have to have a first name and a last name, and your name can't be more than two. It can't be shorter than 2 letters.
It used to let you do just first name.
Yeah, and then it didn't.
And then it... That sucks.
And
Fuck
so,
that
so
thing.
I
updated my name
so
forever,
I
so-
can't make it. I can't make my name on Facebook CK, and I can't make my last name like I can't. You can't have a name that's shorter than 2 letters. You can't have a 2-letter name,
Shit.
which is crazy because it's like
So you
Some
couldn't
peop-
just do CK. It would have to
No,
be...
you ha-
two.
But
Yeah, it
some
has to
people
be-
legally have.
that's what I'm saying. It's fucking
Yeah.
racist.
Could you do
Yeah.
like a dot?
I tried that. I tried everything.
Mm.
But now I was able to change. I think I was able to change it mostly. Some other. She's gone upstairs quietly because I told her we're recording.
Nice.
It's something fixed itself, but there was like solidly like a year where I was like fucking hell, because I didn't even realize that in Instagram DMs everyone was seeing Charlotte like like my full name in the in the Instagram DMs, and so I was starting when Instagram introduced the nickname feature. I was like, everyone change my name to CK, please.
Yeah,
I
what
want you to see CK when you get a message.
Yeah, my only issue with with the nickname feature on Instagram versus Discord is on Instagram it notifies the person when you do it. On Discord it's
Yeah.
just silent. It just
I
happens.
have someone who I met in Christchurch. I met them on competition. Later met them on course. We've kind of been like talking since then. The nickname he has set for me, I don't even think I could say it on like, and that's how.
Whoa.
I'll show it later. I can't even remember what it actually is. Probably has a slur in it, knowing him. I'm chill with this guy. But it's just like, yeah, it gave me a notification about that.
Yeah.
Hey babe, did you know that I saw this?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, like I keep wanting to update, like give people fun nicknames, but it's like it's gonna notify them, so I don't want to do that.
I want to know what would
you
you
don't want
put
to change
mine
me to
as?
the husband on Instagram too?
No, the husband is just a WhatsApp and phone thing.
Just a phone thing. So just when you tell
Just so when I have to ask Siri to
Siri
call
to
you,
call you,
it's-
you just have to say the
Or
husband.
when Carter sees you call me in the subway and sees the husband, it's just
Does it when you say the husband? Does it sometimes get it wrong? Does it sometimes hear you say something else, or
No,
is husband just such a
it's always the
specific word that it's
husband.
fine?
It's just fine, yeah.
Cause so good. Does it 2 Z's? I mean, it just
That's
knows. It just like knows who I am.
Yeah. It just looks at my contacts for the closest
For the-
match,
for
and
the
it's always
closest
that
to the
because
husband. 'Cause
who
you don't
else? Who else is gonna be close?
It's not going to be
called the
Mr. Shit's
husband?
Chambers.
You should
Yeah.
imagine like we like right now I'm the husband, but when we get married, you'd probably change me to Chubby.
Oh, that would feel bad. I don't think I would do that.
Like hubby.
I know.
Chusby.
Chusby.
Chusby,
No.
Okay, so I
Am I going to have to put you in my phone as the mistress, or like what's happening?
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I'll do that after
Only
this.
after camp.
Yeah, only after camp.
Yeah.
Has that been explained, or like is that just
No,
like a weird
No,
it
ass
has
waiting-
not.
we
We
were
were
waiting
waiting
for
for
you.
your episode.
Oh yay, I'm special.
Yeah.
Do I explain that? Is that
No,
my thing?
Did you have a thing you wanted to mention?
gonna
Because
say-
it looked like you did.
Yeah, but it's gone now, so we'll talk about this, and
Bro.
then I'll loop back to it.
Oh, I need
Yeah,
to look back to my thing.
'cause-
From earlier. Yeah.
Because the reason Carter is up here right now is that
Keith,
sailing
you're gonna
trip we met
flash the
on.
camera.
Me and him and a couple of the others in like lesser
Yeah.
capability, but
Yeah.
still a little bit. We run like a reunion camping trip.
From the sailing
Every
trip that
year.
we met on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came about because like they were gonna run it again, but the first one was sponsored, so it was
Yeah.
it was like $300.
It was
so cheap.
yeah, it was
And
pretty
then the
cheap
second
for
one
what it
but it was valued at $1,600, and
Mm.
because I didn't have the sponsors the second year, it was running at full price.
Yeah, so a bunch of us, we still kind of kept in contact a little bit, but a bunch of us were like, dude, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
We had a Minecraft server for a bit
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
There was 21 people on the trip. 16 of us are still in contact
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this
That's
year,
pretty good.
last year we had 13 people on the trip. I think 3 of them weren't. Well, if we had 13 people on camp. I think 3 of them weren't.
I thought we had 2 plus 1s.
Might have been 2.
I think it was only 2.
Yeah, because you were gonna bring someone and then.
And then it didn't
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Maybe.
there was that, and then this year we have 17.
17
and
with,
2 people are missing.
with yet again only 2 plus 1s. I
No,
think.
well-
no, 3. No, actually, it is more plus 1s
Yeah,
this
it's
year
more-
because
yeah.
it's a lot of partners and then CK.
Yeah.
So I'm Lucas's +1 this year, guys, because I'm goated. I mean, you can't start a podcast with a guy and not invite him as your +1 on a
Exactly.
camping trip.
Well, and that's where like the mistress thing comes in, because at camp we all
Last
got
year.
at camp last year we all got assigned sort of like family roles.
Yeah.
Classic
and
family
it-
tree
and-
dynamic in a queer friend group, guys.
Yeah.
And it sort of started because me and Carter were the ones with a background of working with youths.
Yeah,
And
that's how we became
also-
friends on the trip. As
Yeah,
well.
basic. Oh, yeah, so true.
Yeah, because you did like, am I allowed to mention like not?
I just call it the youth group.
Okay, you did your youth group. I did cadets and such, and so it was like
Yeah.
we were, like similar-ish age, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
and we were in the same like watch group.
Yeah.
So that also helped.
yeah,
But yeah, and so we were sort of taking charge on a lot of things. Like I was doing a lot of the food stuff, and you were
Yeah.
doing a lot of the people stuff.
yeah. I was doing like a lot of the sort of like not that it required paperwork, but I was doing the paperwork side of it. You were
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
making sure like everyone was having fun. I was doing like we're both doing safety and such. But you know, I was being the grouch about it.
I
you
was have the fun
know.
one.
you were the fun dad.
Yeah,
And
and,
then
I
it
can
got-
only say that because people said it to me.
Yeah, and it was like,
So we started getting assigned these like dad roles.
Yeah.
And because it was a queer camp, of course we're gonna be gay dads together.
yeah.
That's just
And
how that.
I still want to know if it started as if we were like, are we? Because it was the gay camp dads. That's what.
Yeah,
It was. Is
yeah.
it like the gay camp dads, or is it the
gay
camp dads?
Camp dads.
Yeah.
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 And
Well,
we're
then-
never gonna know because
we'll
now
nev-
we're just Mr. Shit's chambers.
Yeah, yeah, and then so on the final day, we were talking a lot about, we were joking a lot with a couple of the other
did that
people that
start?
were there. It was Benji.
It was Benji.
It was
No,
Benji.
but I remember we
Come
were sitting
on.
in Commercial Bay.
Yeah, which is the name
which-
of the gazebo.
Which is the name of the gazebo. We had Commercial Bay, had the Hilton.
Hilton.
This year we're gonna have
The
the Marriott.
Marriott.
We're gonna name my gazebo as well.
Oh, so true.
It's a green one.
Oh, the JCAC's not there this year.
And the JCAC's not there.
Do you want to explain what the
The
JCAC was?
JCAC, so me and Benji are both as you know, Papakura, South Auckland. We're both originally from South Auckland, and Judith Collins was the minister for
Politics
South
again,
Auckland.
guys.
I saw 3 national signs on the way
Oh,
here.
it was crazy.
It was insane. It was
Whoa.
December.
Like billboards.
We get every week we get really irate about politicians.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just,
yes.
It's just the way that
Yeah.
it goes.
That's
Anyway,
just how
so
it's happened.
you're gonna get very irate about this. It was a little blue tent in the south half of camp, and you had 2 South Aucklanders in there. It was the Judith Collins Appreciation Club.
That's what JCAC stands
That's
for.
what JCAC stands for.
I like that CK didn't know this.
Benji named it.
Yeah.
The anthropologist.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's a lawyer or a law student.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy because if they stay together, then Medji's girlfriend's a lawyer.
That makes
That's-
so much sense for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The anthro professor and the lawyer.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things. It's like if someone says my boyfriend's a lawyer, then I'm like, and if someone says my girlfriend's a lawyer, I'm like,
It's like,
yeah.
okay.
You know, my auntie's a lawyer.
My ex was studying law as well. So.
The old singer of my band is studying law.
Mm.
That's yeah.
I like the moment of my brain going, who? And then
Yeah.
locking back
No,
in.
I had to be like, I think I know this.
But yeah, no, we were all chatting, and we started. We're very. I don't know if it's queer people or if it's just our group of queer people, but we're very improv heavy,
Yeah.
very into running bits, very into starting stories and spinning tales. So we started like assigning everyone based off of the vibes at camp, assigning everyone like a semi-fictional role in the family. So it was me, Benji, and then another person who was there, B, and we were we were 3 siblings, and then Carter was my husband,
Yep.
and then there were some
And
kids,
we met at uni.
and then there were whole storylines and stuff behind everything.
We have a document.
We have a document.
do you guys know
with
we
a
play
family
D&D?
tree. Can you tell?
Can you tell?
But yeah.
We love lore.
But yeah,
Yeah.
everyone at camp is somehow in the family tree in one way, shape, or form.
We're missing out the most insane bit. B and Benji worked out that they knew each other earlier. No, it was earlier in that.
yes.
And so all the name Shits Chambers separately. So Shits and Chambers are both people they went to homeschooling with.
Yeah.
And Froth as well.
Yeah, every single last name that we've
I always
stolen,
wondered where those names came
Yeah.
from.
every single last name that we've stolen was just someone that they kind of knew from their past.
Yeah, so they're
so
the Chambers.
Yeah.
I'm the Shits.
And neither of them are there this year, so where the hell are we going to steal your last name
I
from?
was just about to
Yeah,
say.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
We've got to call Benji.
Yeah,
He's got a
so
sign.
true.
But no, because what was it? It was really funny because it is kind of the like opposites trait sort of thing. Because like the Chambers were like in the law document like codependent, and then the Shits just we talk, but like we're like fiercely independent. Like just do not like we talk like at camp.
But we're
That's-
like, the Chambers are like, we live close together.
Yeah.
We like all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. We know each other's kids and they just hang out and yeah.
The 14-minute
So-
maze.
So then enter this
With the golf
year's
Yeah.
shift. So we're switching storylines. Me and Lucas become progressively closer,
Yeah.
and we're making jokes about being married. We're making jokes about having kids
children.
together. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people in life think we're dating.
Yeah, but on the side, I already have a husband.
And that's something that you can in my other friend group, we're all married to each other, but it's very specific who got married in which way and who's married to who. And so
You've got to fix your mic placement, Herbie.
and so you can't disregard fictional relationship dynamics. Just spousehood is important regardless of its validity in law. Therefore we can't keep saying like my apart from the husband, which is getting there, you know.
When I first started dating my current boyfriend, I had to be like, okay, I have this bit and I need to know if you're okay with it. And he was like, yeah, I'm okay with it. I was like, okay,
No, which
good.
one was this? Was this the Shits Chambers or the husband?
This was before the husband.
yeah.
So,
Husband. But
You know.
I just, when you said my current boyfriend, it reminded me of the current like internet meme, like girls will be sitting in the car with their. You guys talk the same way. Have you not seen this? Girls will be sitting in the car with their boyfriend and they're like talking about like.
And they refer to him
and
as
their
their
current boyfriend.
Oh,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Me and my current girlfriend, and the girl goes, "What?" And it's like, and so when you said that, I just imagined like.
He's not here. I wouldn't do that.
No,
if he was here in the
I know,
room,
but it was just, I just like when you said that, I was like, oh my god, it's me.
And our surprise guest.
He walks in the door.
The current boyfriend. we have him on the episode, and it's like, this is the current boyfriend episode.
This is the current boyfriend and the husband. So.
Current boyfriend and the husband. So
You need-
Referring to him, but
sorry, I'm possessive. Is that the word? Yeah, I'm possessive.
Phantom.
So I'm the mistress. Is the
Yeah.
context. So
Yeah.
gender neutral mistress, right?
Yeah.
But also
Okay.
our entire camping group's Discord server, we have the normal like general images, and then we have the house, which is basically every single
Sims
channel
house.
is named after a room in a house. So we have like the dining room table, which is for D&D. We have the garage, which is for like car racing. We have the TV room, which is for like talking about TV, etc., etc., etc.
Kitchen.
The kitchen for talking about food stuff.
Art studio.
And so I really like The Sims. And so I've made this
really?
house in The Sims a couple times. And the last 2 times that I've made it in The Sims, CK has been like, make me a room. So the only people that have rooms in this house is me and Carter, who is my husband's shared room, our kids' room, and then the mistress's bedroom.
No.
Sorry, the space in the
TMS.
walls.
Yeah,
the space
in
in the walls for one of our other friends, who's technically not our kid, but it's kind of
They
getting there.
are the cousin, like in the law, they were the
Yeah.
cousin who is like they just turn up at family reunions, and it's like
Shaq.
Shaq, and we're like, oh, I always thought they were from your side of the family. It's like, no, I thought they were from yours.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like, how did they just
who
turn
the
up one
fuck are they
day?
related to? Why are you
Yeah.
here? And then it's kind of slowly turned it. They live in our walls,
Yeah.
and it's really, I think, like,
And so
we're getting another kid this year.
Yeah.
Are we ordering another one off eBay? Is that gonna be the story?
I think this is just sort of like, when a child will just find themselves into your life, and it's like, oh, you spend so much time with them.
And
It's like,
so
okay.
I was
Let's
I was
talk-
talking about the other kid that we're getting.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
I think that's just gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I already know it's a case that they're gonna be like, because canonically Soot is supposed to be in uni and such, but they still
Yeah.
live at home. I think
Yeah.
their storyline is gonna be like they moved away from home.
Yeah.
Because
But you know, they might gel with people more than
Yeah.
us. Just because they're staying in my house for
Yeah.
a day doesn't mean.
and going shopping with us.
and baking a cake
and
with
and
us.
baking the cake with us. And we're just
Maybe.
being there, like, we were literally talking
Maybe.
about it on the way here.
Maybe
Yeah.
they could be my child. We could have a happy blended family.
Oh, so true.
I guess I'll find out on the drive down if
But
we
yeah.
match.
Oh yeah, so true. Because you're
Oh,
driving down with
yeah.
them. Yeah.
A 12's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's all gonna
Then-
be there.
Me and a 12 can be like, we could be QPR. They raise a kid together. But I'm your mistress.
Damn,
I'm
you
so-
having
so-
kids with people other than me?
You know what's
Sorry,
really
sorry.
funny?
I mean, we could talk about blended families.
Yeah.
What's really funny though is that the mistress bit started before we became close.
Yeah.
And so at first I was just like, okay, and now it's just like, and I'm like, yeah,
The
this is,
mistress.
this is
Yeah.
the mistress. You just because I straight up asked you, is the mistress coming to camp this year?
You did do that. Yeah.
And then for a while,
Exactly.
I remember like it's beautiful to me because I remember early on like it was like I think Luke was like, hypothetically, like, would you be interested in coming on the gay sailing group camp? Like, would you? And then I was like, yeah, I think.
God, this
I
was
think
in
so.
like this must have been
Fucking
way early in
March,
the year. Yeah,
like
I was gonna
way
say
early.
March.
And then you were like, you said something like, I can add you to the server, and you can. like-
Yeah.
and then it just became real.
Yeah, and then you just become into our little group.
But it's interesting because like, I don't know about other people. I don't know like because it's not like there's that much of a track record of experience. But like if you'd been like, yeah, come with us, we'll add you to the server like a month before, and then you can get to know
yeah,
people.
No.
But it's like now, especially because of my relationship with you, I feel cemented in the fact that like even though I still don't know a lot of the people and haven't really met them in person, I would consider, even though Benji and B aren't there, and I do know them, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm like especially because I'm not just your plus, like I am your plus one, but I'm like
But
Carter's
you also
friend.
know
So it's
a
like-
bunch of the.
I was about to say
people
you
now,
also
yeah.
know a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the element of like I feel like it makes sense that I'm going on the camp with these people because I've like been talking to them for the better part of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
it's-
also glad that's why, like, because a couple of people are, like, bringing partners this year, and I'm glad that whenever the partners will talk in the server, I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting in a little bit.
It's really funny because one of the partners messaged me a while ago, and they're one of those couples that have like matching profile pictures. I genuinely got them mixed up, and it was and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Max." And then I didn't say Max in the text, and I'm so glad I didn't. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
specify who I was talking to, and I'm so glad I didn't because I was like, I later went back and I went to message Max, and I was like,
Where's the
"Oh
message?
shit, that was Sam."
Yeah.
They are so generic name, which is why I don't feel bad like mentioning.
Yeah, I know, real.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
and it's a case of I also said like I fully told Sam, who's the partner, was because he messaged. I asked for a bunch of. Oh, is that what the notification I got was?
We'll do it in a sec.
But
Sam.
right, yeah, Sam. Like, because I sent a just server-wide message being like, everyone get me this information. Sam, in one text, one paragraph, got every bit of information I asked for, and I was like, you're invited back next week. You're never allowed to break up.
Yeah,
with me."
he's definitely Loki, the one that I'm most excited to
yeah,
meet.
yeah.
Because he seems very.
also-
He seems sick as hell.
He's
Like,
your side of the family.
Ha! I get the cool people.
You know the contrast. Is the fact that you guys talk about mixing up and you don't. I actually don't know who's an original person and who's a partner.
That's real.
Because I joined at
Yeah.
the same time as them, so I'm just like, this is a name I've seen a lot, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, it's going to be really funny because we're going to have, like, what is now going to become an original. Because the person I'm just going to name drop, we can censor it later.
Yeah, we name drop all the time, Loki.
Sylvie was on the original sailing trip, and Elvin.
Yeah.
But they went last year. Ari was not on the original sailing trip, but was last year. So was B.
Yeah.
Be straight. I feel like I didn't mention that.
B is the
Said
only
in the
straight
most intense
person.
way. Be straight.
Well, it's because it's a queer camping trip, and then
Yeah.
B's also
It's
there.
exclusively gay people, and
How
then
did
it's
B
B.
get in again?
B was friends with. They did D&D together.
Yeah, with me, Cal, not Ari, Casper, and so.
Cute.
Dude, the other day I was talking about. Maybe I should mention. The other day I was talking about the plus ones and stuff on the
Yep.
pod, and I named Casper as the plus one instead of Ari.
You did that too.
Not on the
them
pod.
as
Sorry, it was
well.
at work.
Yeah.
Did I?
No, because remember we had that big falling out?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so true. Yeah. Well.
Which is going to be fun, by the way. Like,
yeah.
will we find... We can be professional about
We
shit.
can be professional about
Like,
it.
and I still... Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna pretend it never happened.
Oh, no. But I'm the sort of person where it's a case of, even if we've had sort of a falling out, if you're still, like, a fun person to hang around, I can sort of put that to the side.
Yeah.
Are you
like, in the moment,
talking
yeah.
about
Yes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
thought so. I was like, is there someone else?
Yeah.
but
No.
no,
This
no,
is the
no.
reason
It's
you got
them.
added to the family group chat.
Yeah.
I love when my friends have
How
drama.
much of this am I cutting?
All of it. No, you can't use any of it. No.
Okay, we'll just move on then.
So going back, okay, so I was really funny because we were talking about on the way here about like this sort of family like dynamic,
Yeah.
and it was just like we're literally just going around running errands and shit.
Yeah,
and it's like you
literally.
literally picked me up from the airport, which you didn't park 15 minutes away today. So like, oh sorry.
Because Google
Fine,
Maps
fine,
told
fine,
me the
fine,
right
fine.
thing.
Fine, fine, fine.
Because Google Maps gave me the right advice this time. Last time I had to pick Carter up from the airport, I caught public transport, and public transport was like, get the bus off here, and I got the bus off there, and then I had to walk 15 minutes to the domestic terminal from the bus stop. And there's a domestic bus stop right outside the terminal. And he's kind of let me forget it, but he hasn't let me forget it.
No, it was so funny because I mentioned it once, and then you were like, "This has to die," and I was like, "Brother, I haven't been up to Auckland since it
wasn't
was gonna."
once. It was multiple times. It was once in the moment.
I cannot remember.
You had mentioned it times before that.
Okay, but it was just like, just let me come up to Auckland one more time, like,
Then and then
it's
it can
in
die.
between, yeah,
And this is
and
the death
then
of
it's
it.
dead.
We're burying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
I
and
gave him a
Lucas-
one time.
Yeah, he
Lucas
said
has
one
peace
more
now.
time,
Lucas
and
has
he-
peace.
and I said, and I was gonna do it in the car, and then he said, "Oh, you're gonna do it on the pod, aren't you?" And I was like, "Well, now I'm saving it," and that's the mention, and now we're fine.
No, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna loop back to the conversation about you said something really early on ages ago about giving someone a reason to go outside and not giving them an iPad.
Yeah.
And like I was seeing stuff on my TikTok that I was gonna mention, and it's still going away. But I'm just gonna keep talking about it, and it'll come back to me.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
find it.
It was a parent talking about how. Oh, I was hanging out with a real life person, right?
those people,
Not
yep.
TikTok.
Love
Real
those.
life person who has a kid. My babysitter's baby.
Mhm.
And my babysitter was talking about like I was with her kid. Her kid's like 6 months old now. And this baby like turns and looks at like loves TV screen, but really doesn't see TV screen often at all. They don't watch TV at home really, but we'll be out at a bar and we'll see the cricket on screen and be like
They're so me coded.
like
What
so
is this
like
magic?
massive screen. And there was another screen at like another shop, and it was like huge screen. And then like this person's on a Facebook group with like 6,000 other mothers in like who like baby born in of this year, so they can like same age gaps, they can see similar experiences and have
Oh,
information.
that's smart. That's a really good
And-
idea.
And like people were saying like, so how old's like what's your baby's average screen time? And like people are saying like, oh, like hours a day, like da. And
What?
she
Hours a day?
and she like didn't say anything because she was like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to judge people. But she was so close to saying like on this like Facebook page saying like fucking 0.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
baby's 6 months old. My baby doesn't have screen
My
time.
baby should not
Baby
be
gets
multiple
screen
hours a day of
But,
screen
but
time.
no, but it's like putting a baby in front of a TV and watching like Cocomelon for a few hours, like while people do stuff, and it's like
we should just
there's
like,
so much like this baby we were out walking through the domain, and this baby was like looking at everything. There's so much stimulation in the world.
Yeah.
I think about it, and I'm looking at this like frame right now. I'm like, there's so much color and so much like interesting things going on.
yeah.
But I could not sit here alone and just look at that.
I reckon
whereas,
we
like-
get an aquarium
Huh?
and sit the kid in front of the aquarium.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, it's a case of with this kid at work, sometimes I will just, like, you know, he'll follow, you know, his mum up the hill and such. And it's a case that he will literally just sit, like, because, you know, horses, big creatures, can be quite dangerous. So, you know, she'll be taking a horse up the hill. And I think I've spoken about Marnie before. She's, like, a big horse, you know. Adriana loves Marnie. So she'll be bringing Marnie up the hill. And then it's like, right, boss, sit there. He just sits there, watches the wheel go by,
Oh,
talks to people.
cute.
You know, and it's great because it's like, you know, it's a shaded area as well. It's lots happening. You know,
Yeah.
and so he gets, you know, that he does have screen time and such. He's 4 as well though, and he's got ADHD. But it's like, you know, he goes outside so much.
I think it's also interesting if we're talking about the Australian TikTok ban, Australian social media ban.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yes.
Australia's social media ban, they've pretty much gotten rid of everything.
Yeah.
They don't have
Except for Discord,
except
which
for
is
Discord,
really
which is
funny.
insane.
Yeah.
And they got rid of YouTube, but not Discord.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, I was like, honestly, if I couldn't have YouTube, I'd be kind of fucked.
Does that include YouTube Kids, I wonder?
I think
I
I
haven't
don't
done
know.
enough
YouTube
look
Kids
into
is
it.
fine.
Yeah, of course.
YouTube
Yeah,
is,
that makes sense.
but YouTube isn't, and so it's interesting because like they were
For a while, the first 2 of our D&D episodes were flagged as for kids. So
Ugh.
kids in Australia can watch our D&D episodes
Whoa.
and nothing
Oh.
else.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
it was.
It's also funny because in one of those episodes we did mention Dick Pond, so
Oh, yeah. We definitely said some things that were not for kids in there.
No.
But YouTube didn't catch me on it, so... yeah.
the kids can watch
The
Dick
kids can
Pond
watch Dick Pond.
and backflips.
and the kids
In
can't
this
watch this.
pond.
But it's interesting because it's like 16-year-olds in, so it's like it's less than 16. And I've seen like there's been a bunch of footage of like news clips which are teenagers reacting to the news and being like, I think this is unfair. I think or people just different perspectives. And I saw someone say like, someone said.
I saw a girl talking about how it would make it so much harder for like marginalized communities to like connect with each other.
Yeah, that's what I was
trying to
yeah.
That's
get.
what I thought. Yeah.
So it was like talking about already like people talking about mental health and people being isolated and not having those connections.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, there was this one clip of this like teenage boy on his phone, and they were like, in a few hours, like we need more. They need to consider that there needs to be more stability for these kids who are now like, or teenagers or 15-year-olds who are now have had their whole lives online, who are just going to be like, it's like they're going to be cut off.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like-
while I do think social media is horrific and a drag on like every youth ever, I think it just needs to be more regulated. I think a straight up ban is one of the worst things
Yeah.
you could do.
I think I saw something.
When does a ban ever work? Just makes it's
Oh,
still
shit.
going to happen. Just
Prohibition.
Yeah. Speakeasies, but for like the Instagrams.
No,
of the
literally.
world.
I mean, the way they're doing it is they use. Ironically
They
enough,
got
they're
Instagram.
using AI to do like face scans and shit. They've already found ways around
I
it.
did know about
They've
that.
found so many ways around it.
and
Yeah.
youth and parents won't be punished for that.
Yeah.
So it's just like they won't face any punishment for subverting the like circumventing the bans. But it's like, but I did see one person just on TikTok saying like, stop fucking complaining about it, get off your screen and go enjoy life. And I agree with like the concept of kids shouldn't be on social media. I think like ideally if we had a kid they wouldn't be on social media till minimum 13.
Yes,
Like,
I wasn't on social media till I was 13.
I wasn't
and
on
I
social media
still,
till 13,
you know,
and that's
did
still
some
a bit
fucked
too
up
early.
things.
So,
Yeah.
right. But like I was begging for some form of social media since I was 11. Like
To keep connected to like
To keep
friends from
connected to friends
primary
and-
school or
Yeah.
intermediate and stuff.
it's just the way that it needs to work. But like and there's certain like streaming platforms I don't think youth should have access to because of the chatting feature. It's like people being like, you can't like if we're saying kids shouldn't have been on Omegle, then kids shouldn't necessarily have like they should be very limited access to Discord and talking to strangers because you can talk to like fandom communities on like but I do think that we and I've seen like Jazz Thornton talk about like this and how this ban is just stupid because it was like, oh, you're taking YouTube away from students. YouTube is one of the most reasonable users
Yeah.
for information. And what do people, so you're taking away YouTube, people are going to be using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So people are already using that, but it's like there are so many things that people like rely on the like in this modern world. People rely on the internet and rely on social media for communications and for news and for understanding. And I do think it's like it's unhealthy and it's unsafe, but it is realistic. That is the world we are in. You can't just take away part of the world from people who are going to get to be in the world when they turn 16 and they've already, like someone was saying, they're going to have the ability to cope with this when they're older and their brains can handle it. That is true. But they're also going to be thrown into this.
They're not going to learn internet safety.
We need digital safety, right?
Yeah.
Digital safety is so important, but it's like
It's also, if they wanted to do a ban, they should have done it in a slow rollout rather than just because it's an addiction. It is an addiction, and so you're going to have, and teenagers are the worst for being able to cope with that. And like, yes, like again, addiction. Like the best thing you could probably do is get them help and such, and like try and curb it. But then a ban is not the way. Like if you've ever met someone who's like. I'll use like people who smoke or vape as like the example. If you know someone who smokes or vapes, they like you've got so many like like all of the packaging on nicotine like products have like all the things of like call this number to quit, like quit line. It's got all the packaging, like it's literally they did a study to find out what the most unappealing color is and use that for the packaging. People who smoke know it's bad for them. They still don't quit. And like some people try to, but it's an addiction. Same, a lot is true with social media. It's a case of a lot of people know it's bad for them, but it's that dopamine hit. And so teenagers don't have the same, like their brain isn't developed to be able to, and they can't cope with that.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing of like, you shouldn't do like X drug until your X age because it's like very addicting and it'll fuck up your brain chemistry. And it's like, social media is kind of similar in a different way, but like,
Yeah.
I had a realization like I don't know, it was a month or so ago where we were on a call really late at night and we were looking through our screen times and I looked at the day we had been on. Obviously we were on call till 4 a.m. It's gonna fuck it up anyway. It was like 13 hours and I was like fuck, and I looked at Instagram. I was like 6 hours on Instagram and I'm like 6 hours on YouTube. I watch 4-hour D&D streams. That makes sense. 6 hours on Instagram. There's no solid reason. Like you know what? 2 hours of that is reloading my homepage.
Yeah,
like opening the app, being there for 2 seconds, checking my messages and closing it, like doing nothing on it.
Yeah.
But like taking a hit. Right?
Yeah.
No, that's actually so real, and it's like I was thinking about it yesterday because I run the social media for my cadets. We got like 3 weeks ago, we got locked out of our account for child exploitation or images of it. Keep in mind these are 13 to 17-year-olds who have signed up for this, and they've literally paid to be there. We get government funding, all that sort of stuff, So yeah, real great child exploitation, scam we're running here. But we've got our recruitment coming up next year, like early next year. So this is when we start doing all our promotional shit. Getting locked out of it for 3 weeks, especially when a lot of the algorithm goes on consistency.
Yeah.
It fucked us up.
Yeah.
And where was I going with that? But so my unit commander also got locked out. The thing is, there is no human verification in the process. It is all AI.
Yeah.
It is, you have to pay $70 a month for human verification.
Shit.
And that's
Holy
after
shit.
the so AI will check it. If it gets pinged for anything, a human will come in. So we got flagged for like child exploitation images, and then at no point did a human come in and like double check it before it banned us.
Yeah, there's so many times where like YouTubers I follow will like have a video struck down for like something that it shouldn't have been struck down for, and the only way they can get a human to look at it is if they like go to Twitter and their tweet gets enough like traction, and it's like, this is not how that should work.
No, yeah.
You should not only be able to like get an account back up or get a video back up if you're big enough for it to like be a bad thing for the company's optics.
Ironically enough, same thing works with council. I was bitching about Nelson Council before, but that's the reason we're getting so much shit done at my work, is because like people are coming down, because it's we're right by, like, we've got my work, and then you've got, which I'm really just doxing.
I was gonna say I was gonna talk to you after about how many names you want me to cut out of this.
No, I'm not gonna say writers' names or anything. But I work for a charity, I don't know. Someone might get a sponsor. No,
Yeah, you're just a guest on the pod. You don't have to be. You don't have to care.
But no, so we've got a like main cycle hub like right next to us, and coming into summer, people are going to go cycling, mountain biking, all that sort of stuff. And so that's why people are bitching about it. And it's okay. So it's like, I'm so glad about it, but also we've been bitching about this all year. All year. And people who live in the area have been bitching about it as well. So it's a case of why is it takes the general, like, the person, like, people coming in with money to have it. Like, because we've also got, we had the spectacle last week as well, and then we've got so many bike races coming up. So essentially, these companies are funding, and that's why it's
also,
yeah.
It's also kind of crazy that when you think about it, like the amount of unrestricted access to explicit content and porn just on, like,
dude,
every social media
like
platform. And then just like, oh, a friend's account got taken down for this one thing. And it's like, well, the video's getting struck down. It's like, if you just like search in the right thing, or you know what to search, it's there.
I find it funny because as a semi-chronic Tumblr user, Sitting here with my two homies that have my Tumblr notifications on. I found it so funny whenever people are like, yeah, the platform died when they removed porn. And it's like, they didn't remove porn, really.
It's still
They
there.
cracked down a little bit, but it's definitely still there. Like, I'm not telling on myself, but, I could find it if I wanted to.
You know how.
And that's the same with
I open the app.
I open the app, I go to my tags. I go, hey.
Take note. Can't make that joke.
But it's like also like Twitter and stuff.
Twitter's so bad.
Twitter, I'm very glad I've managed to, because I'm also a Twitter user, and I'm very glad that I've managed.
You're an Elon Musk supporter.
X the everything app, and I'm very glad that I am able to like solidify my little bubble down so that I'm not seeing the Twitter porn. But I know that it's out there, and I know that it runs rampant.
See,
it's on like most social media.
I got on it.
You could search like.
You got on it for the porn.
No.
Sorry, that's just where it sounded like you were going.
I got on Twitter, like I got on X the everything app too late, and so
I'm never joining.
And in this case of, I ended up, it was just like it was either porn or eating disordered shit, and I was like, well, I'm not on here anymore, and so I'm not on. I have the app, I'm just not there.
I like started going on it for specific people, so I would solidify it down to them, and actually the camera's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
So I don't know if this.
Supply like millions of horse photos.
Yeah. Like I managed to like very quickly solidify my algorithm to those people, and then I branched out from those people or like my next interests and stuff.
Like it's because like a lot of stuff I'm into is like sports and such. So it's a case of that's where the eating disorder shit comes in.
Yeah, dude. I still also get eating disorder Twitter.
Yeah.
And I've never interacted with you
You know,
before.
it's so real.
Yeah.
The fucking like the food polls. I am interested. Those are fun. I won't like actually click into click any of the options. I'm just like, yeah, that one.
I got eating disorder Google today.
What?
I was asking for Subway toppings, and every single photo was like, this is this calories and this is this calories, and I'm like, fuck off. The good thing is that one thing I appreciate about my laziness and my brain is I never let myself learn how many calories are good or bad, so that I don't really understand, and I maybe should just for general health reasons, but I don't pay attention to what calorie numbers mean. Therefore, when I see calorie numbers, I go, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there was.
So if my brain did want to pay attention to it, I just wouldn't know.
I would have no clue what it meant. Yeah, there was a time where I was like, where someone was like, "Hey, you should track like what you're eating each day just for like vibes," and I was like, "Cool." And every single app is like needs calories entered, and I'm like, I don't know that.
We're not fucking American.
I don't care that much about it. I just want to know what I'm eating and when I'm eating it. Like.
It's like everything's done in calories. It's a case of we're not fucking American. Our things don't have portions. I don't inherently know how many how many calories are in like 100 grams of this thing. And it's like I don't. Yeah. It's just also not on our packaging.
Like our menus don't have calories.
It's like no. It's no. You need to find a hobby. You need to find a hobby tracker app, and just your hobbies are different foods that you eat.
That's so smart.
Like, I knitted today.
I just started doing
ate
it
spaghetti,
in
you know?
But I just did it in my Apple Notes.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I remember the TikTok I saw earlier.
Yeah.
This TikTok, I was like, we need to do this with our children. She was like, people saying like, oh, kids, go let your kids play, like kids going outside and playing. She has a kid have a walkie-talkie. So they both have a walkie-talkie.
I had one of those.
And her kid goes outside, and she's like, you don't even need to talk to them. She just turned on the walkie-talkie and made a fart sound.
I had one of those.
And the kid made a fart sound back, and then she did another fart sound, and the kid made the same fart sound back. And it's like, I know my kid's okay.
Yeah.
They're outside.
Yeah.
If they were in trouble, they wouldn't be making a fart sound right now.
Yeah.
It's also so much better than a phone.
So much better.
Yeah.
Imagine like your 4-year-old's outside, you say, take this phone with you so I can text you if you're okay.
Yeah.
It's like it's so much harder to lose service with a walkie-talkie.
But to give your child autonomy to go outside and have independence while also instilling in them communication and safety. Yeah. It's like if someone goes on a nature hike, they take a communication device with them, you know, to get help if they need it.
Yeah, I also I had that as a kid, and it was so fun because I got a phone when I went to I was in intermediate. Oh yeah, yes the camera did. Oh yeah, when I was in intermediate because I was walking to school and I will say South Auckland's not the safest place to be walking by yourself as an 11-year-old. So there was that. So I got a phone then, but before then when we were on the farm, I had a walkie-talkie. Mum would just send me up into the backpack. I was walking on defence property, and I'd just be and I was such a yapper as a kid. I'd be like, Mum, Mum, there's a
There's a
rabbit. Mum,
I saw
come look at this
birds."
rat. And Mum's working. She's trying to like count. Like I don't know, some horse is probably like fucking putting its foot through the door. You know, doing dumb shit that horses do. And she's like, I nice, cool. And then I just bring back a rat.
Yeah, we gotta send our kid out with a walkie-talkie and a digital camera.
Yeah.
No, that's not
No, a
the real
GoPro. Put a GoPro on them.
Dude, like those cat videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the GoPro halter videos you keep sending me.
Yes.
Once again, I'm a heavy like this. So hypocritical, but I'm a heavy. Don't exploit your kids for content on social media. Just don't do it. But
No, it's gonna be my personal content.
But take footage of your children. That's what we said last week. But there's some content creators that I quite enjoy, and we send videos of kids all the time. So it's so hypocritical.
Yeah.
But I'm not like. But there's this one content creator called I think Chasing Sage, and it's these parents, and so their kids do snowboarding and skiing. Their kids are toddlers, like or.
I think I know this person.
yes, I
And,
know, yeah.
and so they have their kids are mic'd up. They have a snowboarding helmet on. You never see this kid's face, and it's just them going down the hill together and like talking about like the kid talking about doing things, doing these massive jumps and like working through fears and working through like scary moments and like different communication things. And it is like I love it so much. And then they had this like today, like I watched a video where they had the wipeout, and then he was just like, "Are you okay?" The girl was like, "No," like really like I'm not okay. And then like pulled them up, and then they were like, "Is that a good?" And then the kid was making a joke and was like, and then they're like, "I'm sorry, I won't do that again." She was like, "I did that actually. I caught my board on the corner," and she's like, "I almost did a cartwheel," and I was just like, something about like it doesn't have the kid's face, but you're miking up like their dialogue. Like having footage of the way that kids experience the world and view the world, putting a GoPro on your kid and saying, "Let's go on a nature trail," and they walk along and that's just one video of kids like giving, like I sent you the kindergartners with the digicam video, right?
Yeah. I was thinking of one similar.
I think I've seen a couple, and it's like, or teaching a kid how to use film camera and knowing that they have like 20 shots across the day, and they find a good spot and they look at the focus and they set all the settings and they take a photo, and it's like, or seeing what a kid sees as art. You look at this big and you go, look at this massive river with this massive tree and mountain, and the kid wants to take a photo of the rocks and the leaf that's sitting on top of the rock.
I think it was a Tumblr post about this mom who took her son on a road trip. And she bought him like a toy dinosaur or something, and she was taking this photo of a mountain, and he photobombs it with the dinosaur, and she's like, I was pissed at him, but it's my favorite photo from the trip.
That's so cute.
And I'm like, yeah, I love that.
I love just like kids' imaginations of what they find, and they also like a lot of you can so see how kids, because like I mentioned I work with horses. I also do work with a lot of small children, a lot of like neurodivergent children, and you can so see like what experiences these kids have been shaped by. Like they come into work and such, and especially like if they've been like with us for like a hot second, then it's a case of also they know our environment, they know they're safe there, and they sort of know they can like express like their opinions and like what they care about as well. Because like the little boy I was talking about earlier, Adriana's son, he has his mother's sense of humor, and it was like we on our Christmas lunch at work, we were playing in the eels in the river, and then I like an eel came up to my leg, like it came up behind me, and I didn't see it, and my mum pointed it out, and it was just that sudden fear of shit, there's something behind me, and like, oh no, and I can't, well, I couldn't see it, and I just screamed, and then like my mum was laughing, and then like this kid was just laughing, like mum thought he was gonna go into the river, like fall over, and it's a case of that's Adriana's sense of humor. Like, and then he also, as I said before, he creates the RDA at kindy, and he says, like, this is Tessie's grumpy. We all say every morning if Tessie will do something, it's like, oh, Tessie's grumpy. And, like, when we're introducing her. And so it's a case of, and, like, he just mirrors what like, something will happen, and I'll be like, this is a 4-year-old as well. Have fun editing that.
Yeah, thanks, it's really making my job easy.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's just like, this is a 4-year-old, and he has the sigh of a 40-year-old. It's like,
God, yeah.
I think this is what I'm just like, I think there's an interesting way of when you're talking about curbing consumerism and capitalism within raising a child, and it's like as a kid, like my parents got to a point where it's like, you don't need another soft toy. Like it wasn't even they were buying them for me, but people in my life are just buying soft toys for kids because you buy a kid a soft toy, and I'm not gonna deny the beauty of having a soft toy.
Love me a good soft
it's
toy.
It's great, but you don't need 3 boxes of them. You need like select few really precious ones. And I remember when I was a kid, I value like take your kids on fucking experiences, do day trips, but make something out of it. Like you have a kid, you're helping them raise pocket money. You go, we're going to raise money. You don't make them pay for the whole ticket, but you go, we're going to raise money and you can choose a day trip. We can go to the aquarium, the zoo, the theme park, ice skating. And you like for my there's a birthday. I remember I got a card from my uncle and his ex-partner, and it was his current partner, and it was like, we will take you on like it was a voucher for 2 fun days with them, and it was like cute. And it was like we'll drive out 2 hours and we'll go climbing somewhere, or we'll go to I think we ended up going to Snow Planet.
Cool.
And we went to we drove out and went climbing, and it's like, and that wasn't even that long ago. That was when I was like 12 or 13, but relatively it's like I loved that. My parents, when we used to go to the Easter Fair, and my mum and dad would be like, you have 2 options. You can either pay to go on the Easter hunt with the other kids and go and get all this chocolate, right? Or you can go on the Drop of Death ride. And I would always choose, because for me it was like, well, I really want to go on that roller coaster.
Yeah.
So it's like you can either spend this money on all this chocolate, which is going to be a quick fix and it's going to go away, or you can get to go on this ride that you're going to love.
The Drop of Death.
Yeah.
And then many years later, you're going to be on a podcast.
But no, relatively, like, that's what I remember. And it's like, I value the experience more than the thing. It's like, throughout my childhood, I think I was raised primarily with we can buy you this thing, you can buy this treat, or we'll do this fun thing. Yeah. And almost always I'd choose a fun thing, and if I didn't, I'd regret it. And it's like, if you like, my favorite memories, my favorite holidays are going and swimming in a river in a really nice place, or staying in a cabin that's pretty isolated and getting to like make tea on a stove and or have a bath, the shower's outside, like things that, and like just connecting with nature.
A bath with a nice view can really solve all life's
All of life's problems.
I knew as soon as you mentioned that, I knew what he was gonna.
Shower, like an outdoor shower that has a cutout to see the bush.
Oh, you'll love camp.
You are gonna love camp.
Yes. Like, to see the bush, and there's a river, and I had a nice cold can of cider, and the shower steam makes the cider like steam on the outside.
Are you having a shower cider?
Huh?
Are you having shower cider in this like concept?
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
I have before, and I'll do it again.
It's like shower
Not a camp.
orange. Not
Like,
a camp, but yeah.
Not a camp, but like, yeah, and then getting out of the shower and have some crisps. Fuck
You
it up. Apple cider, then some apple cider vinegar chips.
Ooh. I love the showers at camp, and I'm really upset that B's not going to be there.
I have a love-hate relationship with them.
I love them because
they
me
even
and B every time, like, you know, every night we go for a shower and such, and like it was me and her we go at the same time because we're just yap, because it's like
it's like 2 showers on the back of each other, basically, and so they're open, basically, but you still have like a kind of a
there's like it's a 10 like between.
What's the roasting marshmallow situation at camp?
No
Does it
fires
happen?
No fire, yeah.
We can do it on
prohibited.
the barbecue.
On the barbecue?
Yeah.
We're doing chickpeas.
Are you?
We roast chickpeas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I was just gonna say, if you are bringing marshmallows, I'll make
We
a
are
trip to the
bringing. We have it on the shopping list.
We had them last
We
year.
never took them off last year.
Yeah, but we never used them last year.
Yeah, true. We just because we got too busy.
Yeah,
But
I
if
lift
you-
shopping list to you this year.
But it depends on where you. I'll make a trip to get some vegan marshmallows if you do buy marshmallows.
Real, yeah.
I was gonna say something else.
We should probably
We'll
wrap
up
up
soon.
very soonish.
Is there anything else that
we
because
need to go buy a Christmas tree?
and I have to.
That's gonna be the first time
I
buying
have to
Christmas.
do
Yeah.
some teaching.
Yeah.
So this is not your last chance, because I'm sure we'll have you on again. But given that you live in a different city,
Yep.
and this is
For
when
now.
you're here,
No.
woohoo. Anything else you want to say about raising a child and raising our child?
I thought you were gonna say like anything to say, promote, but raising a child's a good thing too.
Just anything you've wanted to say on the podcast that you might not get the chance to.
No, I think just push your kids outside, push them out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Put your little guy in a situation.
Yeah, put your little guy in situations.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great closing statement from me. And that's my essay.
And this is just because people have been telling us we should do this, and I haven't decided if we're doing it yet. So we should do it anyway, and then we can always just decide to.
I also don't know what they're talking about.
Were you born via C-section or vaginal birth?
Ah, I see.
I was vaginal birth, and I had a plunger.
Oh, exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I got a glimpse of the world and was like, "Fuck this shit," and went back in.
God, yeah, this is our version of cut or uncut.
Yeah.
And
C-section or vaginal birth.
What? Our hypothetical kids don't have names. Name one of our children.
Oh.
And it might not stick, but you're throwing in your hat into the ring.
Yeah.
Think of a name for our hypothetical children.
It's like fucking that one podcast. Oh, Chuckle Sandwich. They used to make all their guests pick like a filling of the sandwich.
Or say cut or uncut. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know what's really fucked up is that it's all the D&D names like
That you've
suggestions I
made?
had for Dohi before, and so you get
You're
probably
giving
gonna
us,
get the
if you're giving our
Irish,
kids such,
yeah.
I was going to say, you're giving like an
Yeah.
Irish name, of course.
He's already going to be ginger curly haired. Like.
Yeah, I feel like just go on theme. Well, it's really funny. The other name I'm thinking of, my other D&D character's name, which I found it is Soot's brother's name.
No way.
Yeah, Lachlan.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Lachlan?
Yeah,
We've discussed Lachlan.
Yeah, so that's
Lachlan
my
is the
suggestion.
name
I
of
was
the baby
I was
that
debating
talking
saying
about
Lachlan, but
earlier
that's
on this podcast that
yeah.
I was talking about
Yeah.
with the screens.
No, Lachlan's
we discussed Lachlan as a D&D name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lachlan.
discussing Lockie and how to spell it.
Yeah.
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 So,
Mm.
I have to veto that because I just know a baby called Lachlan.
Ah.
But
Ooh.
But-
You vetoed our first guest suggestion.
Veto, yeah.
well,
What the
literally
hell?
a baby born in the last 6 months who I hopefully will have a close relationship with is called Lockie. But it's a good name.
Yeah.
Am I suggesting another, or is that
You
my one
go for a third try.
That's my second one.
Well, the first one was some unnamed Irish name, so.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get a named Irish name. Named.
Irish
Is it
pride.
like either gender? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Siobhan's very pretty.
Siobhan is a good name.
Real.
Yeah.
I remember when I first played Mario Kart and there was a Wii character called Siobhan, but I was too young to understand Irish names or wasn't told that. And my parents did teach it to me. Like they were like, it's not Siobhan. But I was that fucking annoying kid. It was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to pronounce that name. And now I'm like,
The band
Siobhan.
Susie and the Banshees, I pronounced it as Saoirse and the Banshees for so long.
You were the opposite
So
direction.
You didn't go.
long.
You didn't even go with Swixie.
No, I was like, yeah, it's Saoirse. And then everyone was like, no, it's Susie. And I was like, it's Susie?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Susie Ronan.
I don't know who that is.
I'm talking about Saoirse Ronan.
Oh,
But I'm like just
right.
you know.
Well, on that note, we should leave it
wrap.
off here.
We should wrap.
We should wrap.
Thank you so much for being our first guest
Yeah,
on the
of
thank you
podcast.
for
course.
having me.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
This should hopefully be released in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Depending on this guy.
I was gonna say when you see this, it'll just be when you see this. It won't be
Yeah.
a
See
few.
it
It
when
won't
you
be a
see
few
it.
weeks ago. Imagine
Yeah.
getting to the end of this episode and then we're going. It's gonna be a few weeks. And you're like, damn it, it's a few weeks away.
Yeah.
You've just watched the whole thing. And I really hope that this mic was good for y'all.
It looked good. Yeah.
It
which
honestly
is-
seems to be picking up the loudest out of any of us.
Yeah.
Because that
which is
preamp.
good.
Yeah, this is our first time with the guest set up, but now
Yeah, my laugh is
Yeah.
also super fucked. Sorry about that. So.
No, there was so many times in the last episode where CK would laugh and the first episode, and I'd have to crank it down.
Yeah.
Because I just cut out sections and do the
there
volume
were
on
several
it,
moments
so.
this podcast where we all were just hysterically laughing for at least 10
Yeah,
seconds.
which is
So
a
we-
good
it's a
sign.
balance. You can just go,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
So who raised you?